Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Alisa and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be a video that I absolutely love to film. This is going to be my school year in review video. If you guys are new to this channel, I do these videos at the end of each school year. I believe I started it either 2 years ago or last year. So yeah, this one is for my sophomore year in college. If y'all don't know, I attend the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and I am so excited to show y'all everything that happened. And I'm super excited for this video just because I'm switching things around a little bit, and I'm actually going to be including pictures and videos from everything that I'm talking about, so that we can just share the memories together, and when I look back on this video, they'll all be there. And I don't know, I'm just excited. So yeah, without further rambling, let's just get into the video. Alright y'all, so I literally came prepared for this video. This literally never happens, but I made a list of everything that I kind of wanted to talk about, and what aspects of it that I did want to talk about. So yeah, so the first memory that I kind of want to talk about is just how I went into the semester feeling. So I went into my fall semester just honestly ready to make a couple of changes in my life. I felt in freshman year of college, I was just applying too much focus on certain things, and I just kind of wanted to branch out and go to more parties and join a lot more clubs and stuff like that. So I kind of made a mental note of that in my head. So everything that I kind of did for the first couple of weeks into my first semester was literally just to kind of I guess boost how I felt about my social life, and just kind of put myself out there. So honestly, so yes, the first memory was welcome week. So welcome week honestly feels like a fever dream. It feels so far away. If you guys are not in college, or if your college doesn't have it, or whatever, welcome week is just the week typically before the first day of classes, and it's just when everybody arrives to campus, everybody's moving in. It's events for freshmen, but then it's also just events for everybody else. So I believe the first memory that I actually went to was University of Michigan's Pride. I did not know that they had a Pride festival or whatever you want to call it, but when I heard about it, I was so eager. I literally think I heard about it an hour before it actually happened. So I just dropped everything and went. I think I went with 2 other people, and it was just so fun. At UMich they have tents, and they have stuff on the hill, and it's just music, and I believe it might have been a drag show. Once again, welcome week was literally a fever show. It could have been one person in drag, but that's all I remember. So yeah, the other aspect of welcome week that I kind of wanted to talk about was the dark side of it, if you will. So for me, like I said, I was literally so eager to just change around how I was socially. So that did low-key result in something that I cannot believe if it happened. So it was after the first game, which, side note, I'll talk about games a little bit later, but this is the first year that I purchased season tickets. So this was the first ever Michigan football game that I've even attended, and I didn't go to high school games, so this was low-key one of my very first football games. But yeah, so we went to that, and I was just so ecstatic. I was yes, this is my jazz. I'm getting out there socially. I don't even know what happened, but whatever. And I went to a party. I partied a little bit too much, and I literally ended up in the emergency room 3 days into my sophomore year of college. So I'm not gonna go into details about what happened, but you guys could put 2 and 2 together. I literally ended up in the emergency room. Okay, so yeah, after everything that happened with welcome week, it was time to actually start classes. So I was super nervous about the classes that I chose for my fall semester, just because in my eyes they seemed really hard. So yeah, I tried to do a thing where I made half of my schedule easier classes and half of them harder classes that I need to take for my major. So the classes that I ended up taking were biology, sociology, English, and psychology. And just a side note, my major is dealing with psychology and neuroscience, so that's why I had to take bio and also psych. So yeah, I went into this semester scared, but everything actually kind of did turn out well with my classes. I think this semester in terms of like final grades were a little bit subpar for me. I don't know. These were like the first like set of classes that like I took that kind of like went more in depth into like what I really like to do. So I don't know if like I was expecting like to excel in the subjects that I actually like, but I don't know. So yeah, I actually walked out of this semester with 3 B pluses and an A, which was really exciting for me, like given the circumstances that I was super afraid of like the classes that I chose. I had really good professors this year. I think I only didn't like 2 of them, which one dealt with like the professor's like personality, and the other one was just like I thought my professor was a racist. So like I think it wasn't the classes for me, it was more so just like the professors that kind of like ruined the experience for me. Honestly, like surprisingly enough, was kind of like vibing throughout the semester. Like yes, I had super hard classes, but like at the end of the day I was vibing. I got B pluses, like I was fine. So yeah, the next thing that kind of like happened in the semester that was big was I got promoted for my job. I currently work as a barista in a campus like cafe, but I actually got promoted to manager, which was super exciting for me. I've never had like a leadership position like in a job, only like in clubs and like extracurriculars. So it was super interesting just to like have that amount of power over other people. I don't know, maybe I wanted a power trip, I don't know. It came low-key suddenly and like unexpectedly. Like I didn't expect to kind of get promoted, but like when it happened, it was like such a super fast process. Like literally, I think the week that I got interviewed was the week that I worked my first like manager shift. So yeah, with all of that like happening, like I'm taking like kind of harder classes, and then I'm also promoted at work. In comes more like social events and like cute things that I liked. I wanted to point out like Black Homecoming, which I don't know if, I'm pretty sure other schools have this. I believe that for HBCUs they actually have like their own like homecoming, and it's not called Black Homecoming. But at PWIs, or at least UMich, we have like a Black Homecoming, which is just like homecoming that you would have in high school, but for Black people. So yeah, like we dressed up and like, you know, there was an after party and stuff like that. I did not go to the after party. I did not have a good time. I don't know what it is, but freshman year when I went to Black Homecoming, I did not have a good time. Sophomore year, I did not have a good time. I don't know what it is. I just wasn't having a good time. But that was fun. And then I also want to talk about game days, because y'all, like I really felt like I was like living my life. Like I don't know, such a big part of UMich is like games and like sports and like everything like that. Like, it kind of causes a disconnect like to other students if like you don't go to games, or like you've never been to one at least. I don't know, maybe that's just my experience, but like I felt like low-key before I went to games, it was just weird. Like I felt like I couldn't relate to people. But yeah, so games were super fun. They typically started at like noon. I think I went to all of them but 3. Or maybe 4, I don't know, all of them but 3, I believe. So yeah, game days were super fun. The first game day, that goes back to like the welcome week party, I just remember like decking out in clothes, like wearing like the cute little Michigan crop top and like jeans. I'll insert like a picture or something. But I don't know, after like the games went by and like by Michigan weather got colder and colder, I stopped trying. I didn't even go to like the last game, which was the most important game. I didn't even go because it was just too cold, and there were other extenuating circumstances, but I just didn't even bother. So yeah, Halloween. I've never been to a Halloween party before this school year, which is wild. Like not even like as a teenager. Like I didn't go out in high school. I didn't go freshman year of college just because like I didn't see the purpose. But I wanted to dress up, I wanted to have fun, I wanted to have that true college like slutty like Mean Girls experience. So I went as an angel. I'll insert a picture right here. Y'all, I can't even, like I literally can't. Halloween was so fun. I believe I actually did work like Halloween night. No I didn't. I worked the night before Halloween, which I believe most of the parties actually happened. But on actual Halloween, I went out. I just literally had the time of my life. I don't even know. I went as an angel. I had matching costumes with Cammy. And I just remember going to a party. I don't remember much about the party. The only thing I remember is that they had cookies. For some odd reason, they baked cookies, and that's like literally all I remember. So yeah. All right, and also going more so into like the end of the semester and like a little bit after like winter break. I did start therapy. My school gives like a campus like resource like therapy that a lot of people go to, and like that's one of the things that like I really like about UMich is that a lot of people will go to our counselor. We'll go to like our counseling centers, and like it's very normalized, which is what I personally think it should be. But yeah, I just became like super stressed with like work and school and like having a social life and stuff like that, that I just needed to go to therapy. I don't know. I went to a couple of sessions and then I sadly stopped. Honestly, I think it was just that like I didn't reschedule with her after like we came back from winter break. But yeah, it was a really good experience. If your campus like has like a free like counselor, I would recommend going, or at least just trying it out, just because like it's perfectly fine, and I think it's healthy, and I think most people should have therapists, because as humans we just go through stuff, and like it might not cause things like depression or like stuff like that, but like it's still good to, I guess, talk to somebody. The last thing that I did before our new semester was go to Chicago. I went to Chicago with my friend Shauna, and we stayed at Camille's house, and it was beautiful. I loved it. We went for New Year's, so we left, I believe, December 30th, came back January 2nd. We kind of did like sightseeing things. Camille lives in Chicago, so it's not like she wanted to do like the touristy things, but me and Shauna, we wanted to go to like Michigan Avenue and shop, and then like we wanted to go to the Navy Pier, and like we did all that cute stuff. Okay, so yeah, another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about the overarching like fall semester before I close out that part of the year. Losing friends was like something that was so prominent in this semester. I think I was just stretching myself out so much socially. Looking back, I could see everything that happened as more so of like a mixture of me having faults, and then like also the people that I was surrounding myself with either not being right for me as like I was growing, or like me just realizing that they were toxic. So yeah, a lot of the friendships were ended by me, a lot of the friendships were ended by the other person, so it was kind of like a toss-up, but I did lose a lot of friends. But one thing I will say about that semester is I gained so many friends. Like literally, if I've lost 10 friends, I gained like 30. Like I've made so many friends and like connections during like this fall semester alone that it's honestly surprising that like I've either never seen them before and never immediately clicked with them, or like it just took this person so long to come into my life, because like I've literally made like lifelong friends in this one semester. Okay, so moving on to winter semester, brand new schedule, brand new everything. I went into this semester less so trying to focus on like my social life, and more so trying to focus on how to rebuild myself in a way, because like I said, I lost a lot of friends, and in that time that was taking like such a big toll on me, just because I value friendships. Like I value all of my friendships on a pedestal, so like losing one really hurts. But I was kind of going into winter semester wanting to rebuild that and rebrand myself, and like learning to kind of take things naturally. If people gravitate towards me naturally, then friendships. You know, if people leave my life, then they weren't meant to be in it. So this semester was kind of more me just making healthier strides to like how I view friendships and relationships. So yeah, the classes that I took and are currently taking, because I still have a month left of the semester. I'm taking an African American Studies class. I'm taking a psychology class, actually a neuroscience class, which I really love. I'm taking statistics, and I'm taking an English class for like upper level writing, and then I'm taking a class for res staff. So like earlier in like fall semester, I had applied for like an RA position, and I got a position that I got like a alternative position, which means like I don't have a placement, but like I'm on the wait list, which is funky situation that I'll get into later. But yeah, so I'm taking a course for that as well. So yeah, one of the first things that I kind of want to talk about is that res staff class, just because I don't know, like I'm so grateful for that like opportunity of possibly becoming an RA, but like not having a placement really messes with so many things. Like I'm afraid to sign a lease for an apartment, because if I am called to be an RA, then like how I can't terminate my lease, so I would be living indoors but also renting, which it's just a big like confusion. I hate it. I can like literally go into that for hours. Yeah, the rest of my classes are pretty good. Stats and neuroscience are super hard. I don't know why I thought to take them together, but yeah. For some reason, stats is like super hard for me. I don't know if it's because like I've never taken stats before, but like it's a hot mess. And now that it's online, it's an even bigger hot mess. I don't even know what's going on in that course, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much everything that's happened this semester leading up to COVID happening. So we found out that we weren't going to be in classes on a Wednesday. I do not remember the date, but I just remember it was a Wednesday because like I was in my red staff class when like we got the news, and like I had to go to work, and it was just like a hot mess. One of the problems that like I personally had with like everything that happened is really like tiny and like petty, but like I was finally in a place where like I felt like I was making a lot more healthy like I felt like I was making a lot more healthy choices for me and like who I want to be, and like I was finally ready to go about being more social in like a more healthy way. So like whereas in fall semester, like I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go out, like I'm gonna go out every Friday, every Saturday, like I'm gonna make so many friends, I'm gonna like talk to 8 new people a day in classes. Like I was going about this more like healthily for me. So like I was planning on just like letting people, like I said, naturally come to me, branching out, but like also keeping in mind that like I'm naturally introverted, and like talking to people a lot kind of drains me. So it was me learning how to kind of do things a lot more healthy for me, and now I guess I kind of like will never know if that would have like actually pulled through, but whatever, I really don't care that much. But yeah, so now I'm in online classes. Like I said before, I have about a month left in classes. My classes actually end I think my class is in the 28th of this month, so like I have like 2 more weeks left, which I cannot wait for this to be over. But yeah, so classes are going fine right now. I've had 2 exams since being home, and the first one literally failed so hard, but the second one I don't know yet. I just took it yesterday, so like I don't know, but I feel pretty good about it. So yeah, classes are going okay. We have like the little Google Hangout meetings, but like honestly, I haven't been to my African American Studies one in like at least 2 weeks since it started, like online classes, so I don't even know. I need to get myself together, but yeah. Alright y'all, thank you guys so much for watching my video. My voice is literally raspy and my mouth is dry. I'm like sitting and chatting with y'all, but I hope you guys like this video. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe, and share down below. It helps me a lot. And also comment down like video suggestions. I've been trying to get some video suggestions out just because I have the box right now. Like I literally have so much dead time. Like there's no reason for me to slack off of my YouTube. Like I have no other excuses. So leave some comments down below of things that you might want to see from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.